Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be talking about Temu. I'm sure you've probably heard of this website before, where they boast that you can shop like a millionaire. And that can be a little bit true because everything on there is extremely cheap. Everything that I got recently, because I did order once from them and it was just recently to see like what people were talking about and stuff, and I did get a lot of cool things. Like this statue right here, which is like 3 cats, and I believe it's Bastet, the Egyptian goddess. And it's really cool to like hold crystal balls. The crystal ball obviously not included. I think I paid $15 for the entire order, and I think this ball right here was around that just on its own. But it's perfect for what it is. Like, I love that they can hold this. It's like made for it, and it's really cool. So that is something really cool you can get from Temu, and it's, you know, really cheap. Like I said, all the stuff comes from China, and I do believe like if you go to those like say gift shops and stuff, and you see all that junk, for lack of a better word, I'm sure there's a better word for that, you know, souvenirs, there we go, and you get them for like, you know, a little bit more expensive. The place that bought them most likely was someplace like Temu, like that Chinese place that you get all this stuff for really cheap. So it's really beautiful, it's really well made. I can't really explain what it's made out of. It kind of feels like wood a little bit, but I doubt that. I got this really cool orgone pyramid here. I don't know if you can see it in there, but like there's a little Sagittarius symbol there, and they do have every single sign of the zodiac, so you can get this. You know, it's a nice little pretty thing. You can take pictures with it. You can use it as a paperweight. It's really pretty, and again, I didn't pay very much for it, maybe like $4 or $5. And of course, me being the Cosmic Crow obsessed with crows that I am, I got this really cool pen that's a Cosmic Crow actually. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but probably put it on my tarot bag, you know, connecting with Cosmic Crow. I got that, and I got all these awesome stickers. There's 50 of them in here. I'm not going to show them all to you, but you can see they're all very dark. They're very much crows. Junk in the Trunk is on that one. Send and River, something like that on that one. You can see just different illustrations of crows. And again, like the pen over here, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them, but I thought they were really cool, and I think they only cost like 50 cents. There's free shipping and everything on your first order. There may be free shipping continuously. They have all kinds of deals on stuff. But what we're really here to talk about today is not the cool stuff that I have here, but the tarot decks that are available on Temu. And when I tell you they have a bunch of different ones, like ones that you've heard of that you see they're like $60 and $70 on other websites, I mean it. They have thousands, and I did pick one, and I know it's not the real deal. You don't have to tell me it's a fake. I got it because I wanted to see it for myself. Now this right here is not a deck from Temu. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot from Taroteca Studios. Inside, it opens beautifully like this. You've got the information here on the box. The cards are some of the most incredibly and well done cards I've ever held in my hands. Maybe one day we can get to a point where you can actually feel the cards in a video, but you can't do that. But you can tell I've had this deck for years, and they're perfect quality, perfect illustrations. There is no deck in my collection that is quite as beautiful as the Dark Mansion Tarot. And if you are a huge fan of tarot, you've likely heard of it too. You've probably seen it out there. You probably own it yourself, because this is one of the most beautiful decks in the entire world. It gives me like a Tim Burton vibe to it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I do plan on buying many more decks from Taroteca Studios, but for this video I wanted to show you the differences and how you can tell if it's actually a deck from someplace like Taroteca Studios that makes Dark Mansion Tarot, or if it's a deck from Temu that the Chinese have copied and stolen the illustrations. Now, you've probably seen different accounts out there, like tarot creators out there saying, you know, don't buy these decks. I see Patrick Valencia sharing all the time with the Deviant Moon Tarot of these decks that people get, and they say like, oh, it's a new deck, and you're actually like purchasing a counterfeit copy of it. And I did do that as well. You can see it right here. It's from Taroteca Studios. It even says on the back Taroteca Studios, so they've copied that as well. The real giveaway here, other than the size, you can see how much smaller this is from this box. Other than the size, it's that QR code on the bottom. That QR code is what really shows you that this isn't a real deck. There are probably decks out there that are, I think there's one by Chris Ann who has made the Light Seers Tarot with her decks. I think there is at least one of hers that has a QR code that will take you to her website. But for the most part, the QR codes are kind of the dead giveaway as to these aren't the real cards. Now we are going to open it and we're going to flip through it just like I do on my unboxing videos. But again, this is a fake. I will add it to my collection. I like having it. But in the future, I do hope to get the real deal of this deck, not the counterfeit copy. This is kind of like, you know, the apps that you get that are like $4 or $5 on like the Play Store and the iPhone store, the Apple Store. That's what it's called, Apple Store. I have an Android, so I don't exactly follow that or look into that. But you can get tarot decks on those on those apps, and then you can see what the illustrations of the cards are before you actually spend a large amount of money. And that's kind of what I did with the Zombie Tarot, with the Deviant Moon Tarot, and a few others. I bought the app first so I could see the illustrations, and then, you know, later on bought the actual cards. And so you kind of see it as that way. You know, I'm kind of getting a feel for this before actually splurging on the money of it. You can see there we have the cards, and they're very small. They're not like Dark Mansion quality like the Taroteca Studios usually. So you can see there, I'll take one out of here. And just the texture alone, you can tell it's not the same thing. Much smaller, more playing card size. But again, like, that's not that huge of a deal when it comes to tarot decks. The smaller they are, the easier they are to shuffle. So the quality here is not as good as it is in the Dark Mansion Tarot and the other decks from Taroteca Studios. This is absolutely a fake, but you know, if you like it and you want it, I'm not here to judge you. I do think, like, a lot of us want to shop like millionaires, and a lot of us don't have the money to do so. And Temu, places like Temu and Wish, kind of allow us to feel like we do. But again, like material happiness and stuff like that, is it really going to serve us like in the future? Are we really going to still want this stuff? So there is that thought, but I thought, you know, I'll share it with you. We'll look through the cards. You can see there's some that like are mixed in that are not even like in the same, like they're not even upside down like how they should be. But I don't know what order these deck cards are in. You can see I just opened the box. Very small box. They've got the message on the back. The QR code, I have scanned it. It does work. It takes you to what looks like the website of Taroteca Studios and shares the major arcana with you. But like the deck itself, that was probably stolen as well. But beautiful cards. We're gonna get right to it. Beautiful background and see what what illustrations we have. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit there so we can see a little bit better. Yes, there we have the World. Apparently we're starting with that one. Followed by Judgment. Now this is not very intuitive of a deck, really. Like, if you don't know like the tarot very well, I would not recommend this deck for a beginner. But the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. It's just, you can tell by looking at it, at least I can, it's not Taroteca Studios quality. It's not the quality that you would expect from such a place. But the illustrations themselves are absolutely beautiful. I will give it that. And that's something that Taroteca Studios is so good at, is the illustrations they create. What's interesting, even like I've said, like, there's no guidebook with this. That's one of the things you can tell about a counterfeit deck. There's no guidebook. But there's no guidebook for the Dark Mansion Tarot either. Even when I got it, like, it's entirely your intuition that's going to make you use these decks and like guide you. And the illustrations, like I said, are so beautiful that you can really read with them. The tower there like shows like Thor maybe with the hammer there, and like the destruction of the gods that you have no control over. Then we have the devil that precedes the tower in that, followed by Temperance. I've never done this backwards, so it's kind of like a little bit difficult. But Temperance there, 14 of the major arcana, and has the water and the waterfalls and everything, and the little white steer back there, and it's beautiful. Again, like, this deck the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. But again, it's a fake. I'm sure the illustrations of the actual Slavic Legends Tarot from the real Taroteca Studios is much more gorgeous than this one, and the card quality like just feels better. We have Justice there. So this one follows the Rider-Waite-Smith, and not the Marseille Tarot, with Justice there is 11. Wheel of Fortune is 10, and then we get to the Hermit and Strength, followed by the Chariot and the Lovers. Then we have the Hierophant, followed by the Emperor and the Empress, the High Priestess, the Magician, and the Fool. So we do have the whole major arcana there. You got all those cards there. The outlines there, the borders of the black look really good with the darker aesthetic of those cards. I'll just set them there and we'll keep going. We have the King of Coins, so we're just kind of going backwards here. Followed by the Queen of Coins, the Knight of Coins, and the Page of Coins. Followed by the 10, and the 9 of Coins, or the Queen of Wands apparently. See, not in an order, this is interesting. So I just took it out of the box and it's like this just haphazard way of putting it in. So we had the 10 of Coins followed by the Queen of Wands, followed by the Knight of Wands. Now I'm curious if we have the 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and Ace of Coins, the Page of Wands, the 10 of Wands. We're going to have the 9 of Wands or something else. Yes, we have the 9 of Wands there. The 8. The 7 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. The 4. The 3. The 2 of Wands. And most likely, yes, the Ace of Wands. So we have the whole suit of Wands there. Next up, we have the King of Swords, which we may or may not have the entire suit of Swords. The Queen of Swords. The 9 of Coins. Yeah, Queen of Swords goes with the 9 of Coins. I really think I'm going to go back through this deck and like try to get everything in order. Apparently the Queen of Coins, or the 9 of Coins, is the card that they decided to put on the box as well. So that's interesting. Kind of a little bit ironic seeing, maybe this is how they have the deck Taroteca Studios too. 9 of Coins is the card of like, you deserve it, you buy yourself something nice. And this, you know, it was able to buy something nice even though it's a fake, and that's the illustration it has. It like reminds you, hey, you did this for yourself. We have the 8 of Coins next. The hard work and effort will give you the ability to purchase those things that you want for yourself. The 7 of Coins, having patience with yourself as you work to achieve your goals. The 6 of Coins, sharing is caring card as I like to call it. Followed by the 5 of Coins. The 4 of Coins. The 3 of Coins. The 2 of Coins. We have the Ace. Yes, we have the Ace of Coins. But now, as you can tell, like we're missing the rest of the sword suits there. So we went with the King of Swords. Now we're missing the Queen and below to the Ace. There's the King of Wands. There's the Knight of Swords. There's the Page of Swords. We haven't met the Queen of Swords yet, have we? The 10 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. I think that might be one of my favorite illustrations of the 8 of Swords, like being trapped like by life itself, like nature and everything. It's really beautiful. We have the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 4, the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Swords. So now we're missing the entire suit of Cups, which might be here, and the Queen of Swords. I have not seen her yet. We have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Wish card of the Tarot with the 9 of Cups. It shows that beautiful angel fish or beta fish or whatever it is right there. The 8 of Cups, again with a waterfall, absolutely gorgeous. The 7 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the 4, the 3, the 2, and the Ace of Cups. Now there is nothing else in this box, you can see that, and we just went through the entire deck, which I'm not going to go through it again. We're just going to look really quickly like that. I guess I lied and said I am going through it again. So maybe we missed the Queen of Swords. We'll see. We're back to the Suit of Swords. There's the Page, the Knight, and the King of Wands, because that's mixed in there. The Ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9. There she is. Okay, that did work. We went back through and we have the King and Queen of Swords right there. So this is a complete deck. We do have that going for it, but as I titled the video, like what you should know, Tarot and Temu, what should you know? Know that you're most likely 99.9% chance not getting the real authentic deck from the artist that created it. And that does hurt the artist because, well, they're not getting the money from it that they should. Instead of the $60 that Taroteca Studio should have gotten for this deck, Temu got their was it $4.98 for it. And while you can read with this deck, like it absolutely can read if we just shuffle it slightly. And what I've been doing with my daily readings lately, if you have, I don't know if you've been able to notice or not, I take the card at the top and the bottom of the deck and I simply just read them together. So that kind of instance here, we had the Page of Coins and the Page of Swords. That's really interesting. Focus on your goals and trust the information that you get so you can achieve your goals. You know, you might just be beginning, and there's a strong message here too to connect with your inner child and really trust your inner child too, because in order to really feel whole and complete, that inner child needs to be taken care of too. So this shows like focusing on your money goals, but also being logical and trusting your inner voice and trusting the logical side and letting that lead you as well. And that is a card of leading or useful information, so that could come from even a child. So simple reading with it, you can read with it, but just know that you're not helping the artist when you purchase a deck like this. If it seems too good to be true, too cheap, then it most likely is. But tarot decks aside, which I'll literally set it aside, and again, like there's really cool things that I don't think you can get anywhere else, like this awesome little pyramid, Orgon pyramid that has the Sagittarius symbol in. I just think it's beautiful. Got the little pin over here that you can do whatever with. This thing to hold crystal balls. I just think it's the perfect piece for my little blue goldstone right there. It's just so pretty on camera because it sparkles so well. And then, you know, the stickers too, because who doesn't want crow stickers? What I'm going to do with these, I don't know. If you have an idea of what I can like make cool with the stickers, I don't like tarot readings at festivals and stuff, I might give them away. Just, you know, so someone has a reminder of how important and how awesome crows are. But that is a look at my little haul from Temu. Will I be ordering from them again? I honestly don't know. I might. I do think they did ship really, really quickly. Like, that's one of the things, like Temu and Wish, since they come from other countries, then it does take a little bit longer. But I think I received this in about a week, so that's not that bad. Considering Amazon that I pay for Prime shipping in 2 days, takes usually a week as well, so that's not that huge of a deal. Where I live, like, things don't really come that quickly. But that is a look at all the stuff. Do know that tarot decks from Temu are most likely a fake, but if you like them and you can't afford the real thing, then I'm not here to tell you to stop buying them. The companies that make them, the real deals like Taroteca Studios, would absolutely love, and I completely understand, because they're the ones that put in the hard work to create this. So if you've got the money, purchase from Taroteca Studios, DeviantMoon.com, ChrisAnn.com, like Pixie Curo. Those creators that put the hard work in for these decks, they do it for a reason. They do it because they love it, but that's how they pay their bills too. So we need to support them. We need to care for them. I will be purchasing from Taroteca Studios as soon as I have the opportunity, and by opportunity, as soon as I have the money to spend on it. But that's a look at the deck. One deck, particular deck from Temu.com. All the stuff that you can get from them, just an idea. So if you're thinking about it, you do get pretty cool stuff. It comes rather quickly, and you know, it's decent quality. As always, I really want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want a private tarot reading, let me know. All that stuff will be down in the link below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.